Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you do not have one of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my web page. Make this a little bigger so it's easier to see it. Go to my web page, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. It's let's see, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table.stampinup.net. There you can see our products. You could place an order. If you were interested in having a party, you could sign up there. We do call parties workshops, and you get some benefits from having a party. If you are interested in joining my team and getting some of the perks that come with being a demonstrator, you can sign up there. If you have any questions about any of this, if you go to my my Facebook page, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, you can private message me through there, or you could leave a comment here and we could get together that way. Okay. I do Facebook Lives on my Facebook page, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, on Tuesdays at 10:45 in the morning and Fridays at 1:45. And Tuesday this week, I did kind of an unboxing of, this is what the paper pumpkin box looks like this month. Big. And I showed everyone. I opened the box and I made the cards the way that they suggest with that, and here they are. This one is these are trifold. I didn't do anything on the inside of this one yet, but there's this one. I didn't do it on the inside of that either, but just so you see, they are trifolds. And then there's this one. I did stamp on the inside there. Okay, so those are, I just showed everybody what was in the box, all the components of the kit, and how to put these 3 cards together the way that they do recommend in the kit. All right, but as like anything, you can do your own thing. All right, so excuse me. There are some coordinating products that we do have in our annual catalog. On page 53 is Campology. It's got these trees, it's got some binoculars, coffee mug and coffee pot, a tent, a lantern, and it says, explore happy trails you brighten my path and enjoy today. Another set that you might be able to use with it is our Evergreen Elegance, and it does have a bundle. It comes with a punch, which punches out like a line of trees, which you can then keep together or cut apart. And I will show you, I think it's with this one. Yes, back here, where it has just our punches. See, this is how the punch itself looks, because it's like a banner punch. And but that's a little closer look at those. Okay, so obviously this is for Christmas, but you could, you know, if you want to make it for Christmas, you could, or you could just use like the trees. Okay, what else do I have back here? Oh, and then I also wanted to show you, which, I was going to do it and then I didn't get it out. We do have a 3D embossing folder, which does have other evergreens like that. It would emboss it into that, and you could use that like as a background if you wanted. And I'd forgotten I wanted to do that to show you that. Some of the other things I'm going to be using today is our Stampin Spritzer. This is, you can put water in, you can put alcohol in, you could put colors in with the water or the alcohol, so that you can like spritz on a paper in different colors or different mediums. Okay, another thing I'm going to use here in a few minutes is our Pearlescent specialty paper. That's found right here, and you get 2 sheets for $4 or 12 by 12. Another thing that I'm going to use are our window sheets. And they also come as 12 by 12. So for $5, you get 2 clear sheets. Okay, now, another thing that I will be making use of is, make sure I'm telling you the right, our tear and tape adhesive and the foam adhesive strips. Okay, as well as our Stampin Seal. Okay, and maybe some of our multi-purpose glue. Anyway, all these things, and the things I'm using today, just kind of wanted to show you, they are available in our annual catalog. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to do first was to cut apart some of my, because like they come like this, as I showed you, or come in the trifold. And so what I did was I cut, I don't remember if that was one with this, it doesn't really matter, but I cut that up, I took this piece, I cut that part off, okay, and I did that on each of the 3. I've used a couple of things so far. I'm going to do something else for you here while we're together. And then these you could just do, if you wanted, you know, you could, I'm just going to place this right here just to give you an idea, but you could do your own backgrounds, and I'll show you that in here in a little bit. Or you could just have, you know, something much plainer behind there, or you could cut this off and put that somewhere else, and maybe just put some dimensionals under to raise it up. And there's really quite a few things you can do. All right, and I'm going to show you 2 of the things. Here's one. Let me just grab out one just so you can see these. Maybe this will be easier too. Okay, so they're trifold. So this one, so I cut off on one of each of these, I cut this piece off. Okay, so there's that one. Here's this one. I cut that off. And then here's this one. Okay. And so what I did was, when I cut those off, this one, the inside's not done, but I just wanted to make sure I had the fronts done at least, so that to give you an idea. So what I did here was I did trim it down just a little more, because the front of our card is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I wanted to show a little bit of, this is Misty Moonlight. I felt like that back is more of a Misty Moonlight color, and I tried a few different colors under it. That's how when I decide how I'm going to do something, is I'll take whatever I'm using and I will put it over different samples of different cardstock. Like, for example, black, this is Bermuda Bay. This is Night of Navy. This is Calypso Coral, which is kind of a lighter version of Bermuda Bay. This is Granny Apple Green. And this is the Misty Moonlight. So, and I just kind of do that to decide what color do I want when I'm doing an alternative. Okay. So, this one I decided on the Misty Moonlight. And I stamped The World Awaits You in the Misty Moonlight. So let me just show you, sorry here, trying to be organized and I'm a little bit out of kilter, I guess, but let me just bring this in back. So the stamp set that comes with this, it gives you like the tree, and then these are little marks on the tree, so you can add it to make those little, and then there's some extra little sprinkle type, you know, they had like little all around to give maybe some of this type of an effect in the background, those little lines. And then there's 2 fireflies, a bigger one and a smaller one. Fireflies, lightning bugs, whatever you call them where you are from. Okay, then the sentiments: dream big, aim high, explore, congrats, let your light shine, the world awaits you, and let the adventure begin. Now, one of the things I decided was to bring out, at least the stamp set from an earlier paper pumpkin. Grab the box over here. The one that it was from March 2021. Here's to you. I don't know how well that shows up on there. Okay, and the stamp set with that had these trees. It has some birds that you can put in the air. It has some flowers. And then it says, all the best for a happy, healthy, and prosperous year. Here's to you. Happy birthday is there. Congratulations. Down here. May your journey through life take you to many new and exciting places. But I just felt that was another thing that could mix and match with this. And I will show you, I did use the trees. Okay, so one of the things I saw was, I did kind of just take a look at what a couple other people had done. And one of the things was Chelsea Christensen used acetate to do a couple of things. And one of the, people talked, oh, you can make a shaker card. Now, this is a pretty good size circle, and these are more like rectangle or squares, I'm sorry. So what I did for this was I took a window sheet and I cut it down. This is, because the front is 5.5 by 4 1/4, I wanted this to be just a little bit smaller. So let me just, I don't have my, and I think I took off about 1/8 of an inch off each edge. So that would make this instead of 4 1/4, it would be 4 and be 5 1/4. Okay, but just so that the edges are right along there. And I did use the tear and tape along the edge, which you can kind of see it, but it's okay. It doesn't take away from the card or anything. And then I used I forgot to, these are still available. Let me real quickly give you the right name and everything for those. I think they're right here. Yes, they're right here. Sequins for everything. And you get these 4 different red, green, gold, and yellow, and yellowy orange. And that is $12 for those. Okay. So, and I use the green ones, and now because this is only on the front, it's just caught around the edges, so it can go down below here. So if you don't like that, you could put the tear and tape right around the circle, and then it would just stay within the circle. I didn't really care that much. And then I used the strips, the strips, they come like this, and then I just put it around the circle, and then I also put it around the edges of the, because I had a rectangle, and I put it around the edges of that. So first I put this on the front, and then I put the circle of this around here, and then I put the paper on top. And I I went back. It's better if you do this before, but I went back because I'd had some smudges on here and stuff, and I used actually I tried to stamp it, and because it was already there, it didn't stamp well, so I stamped it, and then I just kind of fussy cut that out. Okay, and I just kind of hit over those when I was doing some of this. So if I did it again, I would plan ahead a little bit better than I did for this, but it's okay. And then I decided on this page to use this piece that I cut off from the lantern on the inside. You don't necessarily have to do that. You could have it be white, but again, I had some smudges there because I was trying. Sometimes the first time you do something, things don't work out exactly as you want. And I did end up putting an extra little crease about 1/8 of an inch over here because to make up for kind of the thickness of that. So that's something you might want to consider doing as well. So this one says, here's to you and let your light shine. And on I put the little fireflies or lightning bugs on here, and I put a little bit of Wink of Stella on them, and the ones that I put on here. There's another one right over here under the tree, and you barely can see. So those are two alternates that I made earlier today, getting ready to meet with you. What I'm going to show you here is I have a couple of ideas, and I want to make sure I'm telling you the right thing here. Okay, I watched Sherry Stojkovic, I probably don't say her name right, Stojkovic. She did what's called a pearlescent paper transfer. Now our pearlescent paper, I did show you in the book, and where is it here? I just had, oh, here it is. What you do with this is you can do either something that you stamped, which I'll show you, or it can be like this, or any type of DSP, designer series paper. And what you do, I don't know how well, I don't know if it really shows up well on there or not, but you spray this, your pearlescent paper, and you can use it quite a few times actually. You spray it with alcohol. No, I use the 91% alcohol that's recommended for if you're doing the alcohol painting technique. And you spray it on here, and then you just lay that on and press it in. It gets wet in it, but that's how it gets the pearlescent paper. I'm going to show you with this because it should work with this also. So fingers crossed here that things go the way that I hope they do, because sometimes when you're on camera things do not go quite as planned. So I'm going to have to move it around a little bit. But what you do is you press it down. You just need to have it really, so I may have to do it more than once. Oh no, I did get there. Let me just spray a little more here. And again, I don't know how well it shows up on camera. Oh, there, and you can see, is it? Okay, and I'm going to do a little more here because it needs to, just to kind of even it out. Now I can see, I don't know if you can, the pearlescence there. Okay, and just a little bit more. But it's doing a pretty good job, actually. And she had used her paper quite a few times. She'd let it dry, then she wet it again. So I'm not sure how well that does show up on there, but you can do it to as much or as little as you want. Now just wait just a, oh yes, I guess it does show up a little bit there, so that's good. I think I want a little more right over here, right in here maybe. Anyway, and it's not, I mean, it's okay, a little mushy looking, I guess, in some ways. And so you can do as much or as little as you want of that. I'm going to just give that, oh look, it's even on my fingers. Can you see on my fingers? So let me get my baby wipe. So if you want pearlescent fingers, now you know how to do it. All right. And when you cut these off, they are like 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But again, I wanted a little bit of, I decided on this one I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay, and I wanted it to have a border all around the edge. So I took 1/8 of an inch off each side. You can do 1/4 off the bottom or top and 1/4 off one of the sides or the other, but I wanted 1/8 of an inch off so that it kind of, what was in the center kind of stayed in the center. Okay, so it's still a little wet. I think I'm going to let that go for just a minute. Another minute. Grab my, so let me think what I'm going to put on here. So for this, make sure this is the size I want inside. I think it is, but yes. All right. So I think on the, I think I'm going to do out here. Now this is, you get these little, these are like little die cuts that are, you just punch them out. I think I'm going to have a tree here, so it's going to be in the foreground because there's trees there in the background, which I don't know how well they show up on camera now that all the pearlescence is there. Let me just see, because they gave us two trees. This one has like that across the bottom. Let me just see, do I want this over here? I think I kind of want it, might do that, something like that, and pop that up, or do I just want that? They gave us some different, they gave us that, they gave us a circle, or I can just make my own. Let me see here. Because this would be, all right, and then I'll show you, get out my Stampin' Pierce mat here. Put my, okay. All right, so this is how that comes, but I will show you here also because this is scrap paper. So because they give you, let's see what color I want for this. Because they give you this, but they also give you a stamp for that tree right here. They're clear, sometimes they disappear on you. Like, oh, something must, oh, a hair is on there. Anyway, it's not going to matter that much. Or one of the ladies yesterday, and this for me, because sometimes I need to see suggestions from other people because they do things that I don't think of doing. Like one of them did the, make sure I'm here where we can see, did this, and then on another green she kind of did that, and then so we can see it here, and then she did another green kind of on the other side. Anyway, let's just see what that looks like. Anyway, you can just experiment. Oh, that became too dark, but anyway, let me try one more time. Let's see, where's my, wipe this off a little bit. That was maybe too dark. There. Oh, I obviously didn't get that. Okay. Then maybe try it this. I'm trying it a little differently than they did. How is that gonna look? Let me look over here first. Is that? Anyway, I didn't line it up exactly right because I'm hurrying, but there's just some different ways to give you, you know, a little different color there. If you just want a little bit on an edge, you know, you can do that. Okay, something like that. And if you do it right, the way they did it, not hurrying like me, it just, this is too much of a difference. I think, let me see here. Did I do it on? Yeah, I did do it here, but it's a little harder to see there too. So it didn't, never mind. It's not, I'm not doing the best job here of trying to explain it or trying to show it because I'm just not, guess it's not my strong suit there. But anyway, so then the other thing they gave us were these little marks, and you can either do it in green, so I'll do this in the same color. So I use the Granny Apple Green, so I'm going to just do this, and it just kind of lines up there, and you can see that even though it's Granny Apple Green, because it's a second layer, it does show up. Or the other thing, if you wanted more definition, you can do it like with black, which I'll do, especially because this is the darker one. And I can't tell if I got it lined up exactly, but oh, I got a little too much, got a little mushed there, but just to get, but that gives you an idea, okay? And you can see on here that you can see those dark, and this one I did it in black, okay? So, and on, was it one of the, where's these? This one, I did it in the green. Okay, there and here, I did it in green. Okay, so it's really whatever look you want. Okay, so this one, I think I'm going to do, oh, maybe I'll do it in, let me just think here a minute. Let me look at these because of that color. The green, or do I want it the black? Is the black? I think, oh, it's green, but I think I'll do, here's the black. Let me just see. There's black in there. I was thinking maybe I will do black with that one if I can get it to stamp correct, to ink up correctly here for me, not make a mess of it. I can do it right. So let me see here. Before I do it there, let me make sure I've got it okay. It looks like overall it does. I didn't do the best job stamping it, but I just wanted to make sure it's not all glopped up somewhere. I'm just going to kind of move over the here a little bit to try to see better. I don't know. When you have the camera or your phone on it, taking the picture, it's a little harder to get your head so you can really see. All right. I close up some of these so I don't get it all over me, because I tend to do that. And then I think I'm going to put this right here. And again, I almost feel like I maybe should have the pearlescent on that, just because it just seems to stand out too much otherwise. So let me see, here we go. Okay. And it doesn't show up quite as much, but you can see it on there. And I do think it will look a little better in front of, where I put that now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the other way, that looks a little better, because otherwise it was almost too stark in front of that. And then I think I'm going to do, or do I want, might want a little color. I knew generally what I wanted to do today, but I didn't plan every single aspect of this card out. So 1 minute here. I might do a little piece of, I don't have anything that's the right size. Let me just see this. Wait, let me put it on here and there. Now, do I want white? Do I want this? Or I could even do it this way. I almost feel that white's too much. Let me just see, because if I stamp it in black, and what am I going to say here? I want to say maybe dream big, aim high. So that's not on my black. I'll put that on. Whoops. Now, where's it? Here it is. I think I like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think the white is would look too bright on it. Okay, so this is dry, or basically dry. So I'm going to, a lot of times you'll see me using my silicone mat here, so that if I go over the edge of it, because the glue will just rub off that when I'm done later, want to clean up. so that my work surface stays free from all the sticky, and hopefully will prevent things from whatever I'm working on from sticking to the table. Okay, I'm just going to put some, I am going to pop this tree up. Put 3 on there. I could maybe get away with 2, probably could have. Now, and I'm going to put this so that, I want to make sure though, see, because it's got, this is like a bush that, or bushes, so I do want it, of course, if I put the banner across it, it's not going to look, I just don't want it to look like it's like in the air. And if I put this here anyway, and I'm going to, I don't do this often, but I'm going to kind of do like that. I think that's about the same on each end. And what I'm going to do, because that's up on here, wait, make sure I get the right end. Put some glue on there, and this on the other end. So this is going to be flat over there, but this end will help hold that up. Ooh. And I think I do like that. Isn't that's kind of cool, isn't it? So it's the first time I really, I had never tried that before to me. So for me, it was kind of like a new, I know a lot of people, they're like, oh my gosh, I do it all the time. But you know, sometimes not everybody does all the same things. And I'll do that. And do maybe one more there. Whoop, where did it go? It stuck to my finger instead of the... So there's that. So that's pretty cool, I think. I think I'm now close to half an hour, and the other thing I was going to show you was with the window sheet. So let me see if I can do that. Now this again, well, that was actually 8.5. I mean 5. I know what I'm talking about. That was, I cut that 4 1/4 by 5.5. And I'm gonna I didn't trim it down. I think I'm gonna have it be. Let me try 4 1/8. Hope I do it the right way. 4 1/8, so just 1/8 of an inch smaller. Which that may be what I did the other. I think I did 4. Just took 1/8 of an inch off. 5.5. So it's gonna be 5.5 is 4/8. So 5 3/8. Now let me see. Oh, if I can get a hold of this here. And, but I wasn't going to, I'm not going to do it on this, but what I wanted to do was, Chelsea Christensen, I really liked when she did this. She cut this off. And then she also, part of me is like, I don't understand why the ring on the top of this is white and not the green, but there, she did that. And there's a couple things you can do. She used, this is some stuff that we had, but this was from a while back. See if is it working? I hope it's not. Crystal Effects. It looks like, I don't know if mine's working. Because you can do this, or you can do, let me just do this and see if I can get it to come out. Because it gives it a little bit there. Because then it will catch the light. And she put it on the front let's see here. Just put it on. Oh yeah, it's getting glittery. Like if this was the card, you cut off this. Cut off. That was the wrong one. Cut off this part. And then she had this, and she turned it the other direction. Now, she actually did a whole card base out of this. And then, so that opened, and then this opened. I didn't want to do that. But this, and then just put this on here. And she put a little banner across here with the sentiment on it. And the fireflies she had around. Okay, ooh, I do like that. I was going to show you, where's my other one? On this one, when I did it, I don't know how well you can see it, but I put Wink of Stella on there. So just to see, it's just another way, if you do have some, and this was called Shimmery Crystal Effects. So if you have that left from when it was in our catalog a while back, or you may be able to even find it in the craft stores or online. But either way, it's just a little different. So that's a different way to do that. And I may play around and see, do I like, maybe even around the edge there, just a little bit of almost like where the glow is, maybe with the Wink of Stella. So, and let me see. Let me just try this quickly, because then I'm just going to cut the front of this off so I can use that. Just cutting where the crease was. Oh, actually, I may cut that very edge off because it's there. Maybe didn't get it exactly where I should have, but anyway, it's fine. All right, and then just to kind of show you, where did I put it? Now I want to move a little faster, and I can't find my. All right, just gonna take a breath here. I had it. This always seems to happen. I have something, and then when I set it down, and when I go to use it again, I can't find it. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I wanted the tear and tape that I had, and found the floor. It went somewhere. I'll find it later. But I have this sit right there, almost like it's in the branches of, oh, I don't know if you can see it. Right, like it's in the branches of these trees. Okay. Kind of like that. And I'm just going to, there's my, I think I'm going to pop that up here. This. Let me put a third one on. Whoop. Just going to pop this up here. Whoop. It's still a little sticky. Just a little bit. Oh, come on. Come off. Put that right there. So it's like, almost like it's sitting in the branches of the tree. And I think I'm going to put the circle on this one. Just like that, maybe, and say, let your light shine. Let your light shine, and I'm going to do that in, there's the, it's almost, I think I'm going to try this color. I'm going to try just Jade. I'm not sure that that's, it just looks like one of our retired colors to me, actually, but it may be. Yeah, it's like just Jade, which is one of our in colors from last year, and it's still with us until next year. And hopefully this is going to glue on. Put that right there. Your light shine, and then this will go on. I'll put it around the edge with the and I think here in the background I'm going to do some of the lightning bugs. I'm also going to do the jade for them, wherever it is. Here it is. Let me see, this is there, so I can put one up here. I just want to make sure it's going to be where we can see them. I guess up here. And those, I think, let that dry a little. I think I am going to put Wink Stella. Yep, it's coming out. Wink Stella on each of those. And let me just see if I can get this kind of around here. Well, it's more like a glow around it. So it's just a little different layer of shine. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it does have a little different look. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but there we go. And then I'll use what's nice about the tearing tape is it's got paper on one side of it. It's a two-sided tape, and it tears. So like you can just put it along here, tear it off, break it off, or cut it off, and go all the way around the edge like I did on this other one that I did earlier. You can just barely see it. And then you take off the paper off, and then you would just put it just right on the front of your card. Okay, oh, I just realized it's down a little further than it should be. I'll have to play with it and see if I can get the Let Your Shine to go up just a little bit. Maybe I can get it. Anyway, I might move that up just a smidge. But there's that. And also I may add some bling to that. So, anyway, I will have a couple of pictures on, well, there's a few things I will do when I get ready to share this. I will have a couple of, have a photograph of the completed cards so that you can see them, okay? And I will also have some instructions, and I will have links to my, to the ones I did on my Facebook page, and also to my I'm going to show you, here it is, also to my my other page. What page? My to my website, so that if you did want to order something that you see here today, you could do that. Okay, now Paper Pumpkin, whether you may not know this, but it does come out every month. It is a kit. It's $22 a month, and then plus tax. The $22 includes the shipping. Okay, and there's no obligation if you want to try it. Each month there's something different, and you have to sign up if you're not already receiving it. You have to sign up by the 10th of the month. So by the 10th of August, you need to sign up to be able to get the August one. Okay, so try and move those up so you can see them a little better. All right, so I'll have a link for the Paper Pumpkin also. And I think I'll just do this so you can see that. And then one more time, stampingroundthetable.stampinup.net and Sonia Ranger. And Stamping Around the Dining Room Table is my Facebook page. Okay, so there we go. Thank you everyone for stopping in, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye.